Hello, I'm Fast Lawyer. Today we're going to do a Let's Play Kayak VR Mirage Yucatan, Mexico DLC. This DLC just released today, June 24th, 2025. It retails for $7.99. I did buy this DLC along with the main game and the other DLC as well. As you can tell, I'm a big fan of Kayak VR Mirage, so let's go ahead and let's play. And my first impression is, wow, this game is gorgeous. The graphics are near as close as you can get to realism in VR, especially on my RTX 3080. Now, in 2025, my RTX 3080 is getting dated. I do plan on upgrading soon. I still haven't made up my mind whether I want to go with an RTX 5080 or a 5090, but I do want to upgrade soon. And this is definitely one of those experiences where you can definitely test the limits of your GPU. Now, I will say, if you want to play this game, if you're interested in playing this game in PCVR, then I would recommend an RTX 3080 as the minimum. Now, it is possible to play it with a lesser GPU, but here I'm pushing the graphics on my RTX 3080. This is about as good as I can get it to look on my RTX 3080. Now, that does mean I'm not going to get steady 90 frames per second. I already know that, before even completing this game. So you might notice some stutters, from some frame rate drops, and I fully expect that to happen. But again, I'm pushing the boundaries of what my RTX 3080 can do. I will say that I have most of the graphics on high. Now, I do have some of them on medium, but the major ones I have on high, and I do have dynamic shadows on, and I do have DLSS on. Now, with DLSS, I did do something that I don't you notice there's a little stutter there. As I was saying, expect some stutter there. Again, I'm pushing this game to the boundaries of what my RTX 3080 can do. And one of the things I did, which I don't normally do, because I don't like to experience what you cannot experience just by what's in the game. So as you guys know, I normally don't do like mods, and I don't like to change what should be the standard experience, because I want you guys to experience what the standard experience, the intended experience is. But I did do something a little bit different for this game that I don't normally do, is I used DLSS Swapper, and I changed the DLSS to the latest version. If there's one thing I wish the developers for this game would do is update the DLSS so that we don't have to do it externally. So I did use DLSS Swapper. I did change it to the latest version. Hopefully that means that this game runs and looks the best it can on my RTX 3080, but DLSS support on here is listed as experimental, and I'm making it even more experimental by using DLSS Swapper. So I can't say that you'll have the same issues or that your game will run as good as it is on my RTX 3080. So I'm testing this out. This is new to me. Like I said, I don't normally do stuff like that because I want y'all to experience the intended experience, and what hardware I'm using. So this one's a little bit different. Now, I did like the opening scene, but and I do like that there's underground caves and streams and all that. I've heard two ways of saying of what they call these. So the way that I think I've heard it being mentioned is C notes. So this is like a C note. But in Spanish, I've heard that it's cenotes. So if you want to say C notes or cenotes, whichever way, but it's basically underground caves with water streams, basically. It's a C note. Uh, and obviously, there's different formations here. And it is different. But on the other hand, it's pretty dark and the lighting just isn't good enough. So you have this flashlight on your head, this helmet flashlight. The problem is it just doesn't illuminate enough. It's like barely working. And if I do have one complaint about a lot of VR developers, is that a lot of VR developers do this. And I don't know if they're intentionally doing this because they think this is something that people want. But I developers, please don't do this with your VR games. Don't put in flashlights that barely illuminate. It's like, why are there so many VR games where the flashlights barely work? If you have a beautiful game, you don't want to make it look worse by having poor lighting. So obviously these formations, these I don't want to say rock crystal formations. I don't know if they're called stalactites or I don't know what the proper name is. Let's put it that way. But when it's so dark that you cannot appreciate the environment, that's not a good development design decision. And you notice some issues here with the lighting, maybe some frame rate drops, but you see the lighting is flashing in and out. Oh, actually, I think that's intentional. Never mind. I think that wasn't. I think they're trying to make that headlamp, that ceiling light, do the flickering trick, but it just didn't look really good. Again, the lighting needs to be better because I think that was intentional. I think they were trying to make it like a flickering ceiling light. It just didn't look good enough. And again, underground caves and streams, great idea, but with the lighting being so poor, it just makes all these different hallways look very similar to each other. So they're not distinct enough, and then it's very dark, so it's harder to tell what the differences are. And it obviously, I'm having trouble here trying to figure out where exactly I should go. I'm testing out whether you can go over this area or not, but it doesn't seem like you can. I'm gonna try one more time to see if I can go over it or not, but I'm not 100% sure that that's something that's possible in this game. But let me go ahead with a full head of steam. Nope, you cannot. I thought so, but hey, sometimes you gotta make your own fun. You gotta do your own adventure. You gotta, I don't know if it makes for the best, most exciting gameplay, but I'm the type of gamer that loves to explore, loves to go against the grain, loves to find little hidden spots. So I'm willing to go in a direction that maybe doesn't look like you can go, just to test it out to see, is it possible? And I think I found out the answer there. It's not possible. Sorry about that, guys. I hope this is exciting for you. But this is my first time having played Yucatan, Mexico. And so I'm learning this map. I obviously I've never played this map before, so I'm just going in blind. I want my gameplay to feel authentic and not pre-made, not something that's where I've already played it before. I know exactly where to go. I try to avoid that whenever possible because I want you guys to to see the authentic gameplay of what you expect when you're playing this for the first time as well. Uh, Obviously, sometimes I don't like to just start recording, but I did it for this gameplay because I was already familiar with the game before, so I was already familiar with the game mechanics. Obviously, you don't want to see a video of me just learning the game for the first time and then trying to figure my way out. You know, that's pretty boring. But whenever possible, I will try to do authentic gameplay for you where, I haven't experienced the content. I'm experiencing it for the first time. So you can come along and join me and see if this is something that you're interested in. Now, I will say I don't want to spoil the whole experience. So, you can watch this video for just a few minutes if that's how you feel about it, just to get a sense of whether this is something that you're interested in buying or not. And I think a lot of you by now should probably come to that conclusion already, whether this is something that appeals to you or not. Now, I will admit, my early impressions, again, this is initial impressions really, is that I don't like this DLC as much as the Soka Valley, Slovenia, or Socha Valley or Soka Valley, whatever, however you pronounce it. I liked that DLC a lot more, but that DLC had like open spaces, it was outdoors, it had day and night, it had some really intense whitewater scenes. This one does too. It says whitewater too, so I expect it'll get pretty intense in a little bit. But so far, it's been very slow, too dark. The lighting just isn't that good, and a lot of the areas look similar again because it's really dark. It's hard to tell the visual difference. I mean, I do notice some differences in the caves, and as we go along, how it looks different. So but a lot of the hallways just aren't very distinct, if we're being honest. So I did like the opening scene. The opening scene looked amazing, looked great. More of that, please, because that's what I really liked. When I first saw Yucatan, my jaw like dropped to the floor because it's very beautiful. But then almost immediately we go inside the cave, and then it gets too dark and not enough lighting, and the flickering light again. Okay, but I think it's the ceiling light again. And not that it looks ugly. I don't think it looks ugly actually, but it's just too dark. Doesn't let me really appreciate the surroundings, the environment. And here's a little floaty, and it wants to go into the ocean. I always do terrible at these. Like the other ones have this as well, and I seem to always fail at this. Like I can't get them. I'm gonna do my best though. Let's see what happens here. I'm gonna knock it off, and hopefully it goes and it finds freedom. But there's always something that happens that I don't get credit for it. So let's see what happens this time. I'm gonna do my best. All right, I'm gonna try 100%. Uh-oh. Here, I got stuck in the corner. Oh no. Why does this always happen to me? Why? No. Get back. Get back. I want the extra miles. I'm still on the same skin Kayak that I was in the last video. Come on, man. Come on, Debs. I need those coins, those points. I need to upgrade my skin. Come on, man. Don't do this to me. Don't do this to me. It's even stuck more now than it was before. Oh no, come on. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's I think it's going. I think we got it. Did it actually work? Am I actually going to get credit for it? This is too good to be true. Something's. I just have a feeling something bad's going to happen. That's going to prevent it from getting. Uh oh. No. Don't. No. What? No. Oh, well, hopefully it finds a way. It finds a way towards freedom. Uh-oh. What? I don't know what I'm doing. You know, I do love playing this game, but every time I show video, I look like a total noob who's never kayaked before. What the? Okay. Okay. That's crazy. So, yeah, I mean... Uh-oh, oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Big frame rate drops there. That was a big micro stutter. That was more than a micro stutter. That was like a... That was just a regular stutter. Okay, well, it seems like it's back to running smoothly, but yeah, that was a big stutter. So again, I am pushing the boundaries of what my RTX 30. Whoa! Oh, another stutter there when we went underwater. Another stutter. Okay, well, okay, let's. It's calmer here. So you know there was a whitewater portion there, and there's fish underwater. So the whitewater portion was obviously very thrilling. And I'm trying to row against the current. I don't know. Okay, there we go. We made it. Another whitewater portion, it seems. Uh-oh. hopefully I can control the kayak here. Oh, wow, okay. Oh, no. Oh, no, we're going to get our heads chopped off. No, okay. We survived. Okay. Let's see. I'm just in survival mode right now. Again, I look like the world's worst kayaker right now. And there's a light flickering away. Again, I don't know why this time. This time there's no ceiling light, so that probably shouldn't happen. It is super dark though. Again, I wish it wasn't so dark, so that I could enjoy the actual environment. But okay, I'm facing the right way at least. Uh-oh. I think I spoke too soon. Uh-oh. Okay, I do like this part. This is very intense. I do like it. Oh, wow, this is very beautiful. Okay, ooh, this is very beautiful right here. Okay, alright, alright. This has been a very, very pleasant kayak experience. I really like this. I do wonder though if we're near the end or not. Oh, this is gorgeous. See, this is exactly what I wanted from Yucatan, Mexico. It is so beautiful. I hope there's more of this. But this might be the end. I'm not 100% sure. Hopefully there's more though, because this is the part that I really like. But this looks like a dead end. Is it a dead end? Oh no. Okay, well, I'm Fast Lawyer. This has been my Let's Play. Hope you enjoyed it. Have a wonderful day. Goodbye.